Padres.
Parents have the option of waiving their children out of the uniform program, but so far only one parent has chosen to do so. Well, congratulations to students at the Hawthorne Math and Science Academy. HMSA recently participated in the Regional Mathematics, Engineering, and Science competition held at Cal State LA. 10 members out of 12 placed in the top 3 in their categories. Well, thanks to the Hawthorne Teen Center, more than 200 students, teachers, and parents from around the South Bay took a trip to Dodger Stadium to see the Dodgers take on the Giants. Tickets were compliments of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. SIBWIB Executive Director Jan Vogel says, quote, "Most students have never seen a live baseball game. Creating a great social environment outside of class can directly influence the impact these students have on each other during their school day," end quote. After the game, students were delighted to go on to the field for a fireworks show. To find out about upcoming Teen Center events, call 310-970-7001. Well, the transition back into civilian life can be hard for many veterans. One local student saw a need to help make the switch an easier one. His efforts have paved the way to the start of a club at El Camino College that's having a positive impact on many student veterans. Alex Patrias has the story.
We're going to have you fill out the GI Bill application. You can either
Guiding student veterans in the right direction is something that Scott Sinclair loves to do. It's a change of pace after serving 4 years in the military.
I served on the aircraft carrier, the USS Nimitz.
During his time in the Navy, Sinclair was able to travel the world.
I saw the city, I saw the sights, I ate the food, I experienced the culture. It was amazing.
After months out at sea, Sinclair came back home and met the girl of his dreams. He got married, and shortly after, the call of duty came knocking on the door.
After like 2 weeks, I was just like, how am I going to do 6 months of this out to sea? So that deployment was probably my biggest struggle.
Sinclair served overseas in Operation Iraqi Freedom.
We would launch aircraft that would go and support the troops and support operations in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Sinclair completed his 4-year enlistment in the armed forces and decided to enroll in college, but it wasn't as easy as it seemed.
I was like a lost dog with my tail between my legs, trying to find where I needed to go, what I needed to do.
He found a friend and mentor in fellow student veteran Michael Chestnut.
He was like a guy that I latched onto, and he helped to give me the job here at the college at the Veterans Counter.
During their time behind the counter at the Veterans Services Affairs Department, Scott and Mike realized that it was important to start a supportive group for many student veterans transitioning back into civilian life. The Veterans Club was formed last year and has already had a positive impact on many.
It's really helped to put a lot of positive influences on each other instead of the negative ones that seem to hark on ex-military.
We get to do things in the community like volunteer work, and we do group events. We did a paintball, and we go out to eat every Friday.
The club not only serves as a supportive group, but it also provides services unique to student veteran needs.
We can bring in guest speakers to make them aware of veteran services that are available through the Veterans Center in various areas.
Some say encouragement from club members serves as motivation to pursue higher goals.
I feel that if you have a support and somebody to motivate you to continue in school, I don't see why you wouldn't move forward.
The club is setting a solid foundation for success and has also expanded as inspiration and motivation for many. For HCTV, I'm Alex Patrias.
The Veterans Club meets every first Wednesday of the month and welcomes all members of the military. For more information on the club or student veteran services, you can call 310-660-3593, extension 3486. For the past 5 years, the City of Hawthorne and Rotary Club have teamed up with vendors during Earth Day festivities to educate people about the importance of preserving our environment. Jason Ellefson has more.
Good morning.
Earth Day is celebrated every year at the Hawthorne Memorial Park with one goal in mind.
We're out trying to educate people how important it is to conserve at a time like this.
There's so many things we can do to conserve energy, conserve natural resources. I think Earth Day reminds us of some of the things we should be doing that we're not doing right now.
This year, Earth Day had an underlining tone of trying to save money while preserving Mother Earth.
I'm trying to gear it towards the kind of the state of the economy type of thing, trying to tell people how being good to the environment can also help your wallet at the same time.
The event attracted a variety of vendors, from face painting and massage therapists to worm farm, created by the Hawthorne Troop 283 Boy Scouts.
There's paper plates in there, there's vegetable matter, there's leaves, all sorts of things from the garden, and the worms are slowly eating all that up. And so that's a worm bin.
The Honda Helpful team helped educate people on the benefits of owning a hybrid car.
Hybrid cars cut down on the gas we use and reduce our carbon footprint in the world. This is the 2010 Honda Insight, and it uses a hybrid engine to get about 40 miles to the gallon in city streets and 43 on the highway.
The West Basin Municipal Water District showed their support by educating people about the importance of conserving water.
There's so many ways that you can cut back on, and if you can just do your part by turning off the water while you're brushing your teeth, you're conserving water.
So why is it important to have Earth Day?
Someday in the future, Earth will be over if we don't recycle and help our Earth.
If we don't clean our Earth will be all dirty and junky, and our oxygen will be out.
Thank you. You know, many of us are stressed out due to finances in this current economy. And interestingly enough, what I found out here on Earth Day is that you can alleviate this stress not only on your pocketbook, but the environment by doing the small things just around your house. Some helpful tips is you can turn off the water after you're done using it, or turn off your lights after you're done, or possibly walking over to the nearest store instead of driving your car to conserve gasoline. I'm here at Earth Day. My name is Jason Elfson. I'm reporting for HCTV.
The City of Hawthorne recently held its 27th annual Volunteer Appreciation Day in recognition of the outstanding labors of our volunteers throughout the community.
I want to thank you. Hawthorne is here to continue to promote you, and thank our City Council for all the hard work that they do to keep Hawthorne moving forward.
Thank you for all your volunteerism. Thank you for getting involved. And again, please stay involved with the process because we truly are a city of good neighbors.
About 150 volunteers were honored at the ceremony. Well, Space Science Day at El Camino College took a hands-on approach to get students excited about learning. Alex Batrias has the story.
Students had the opportunity to ask questions and explore the world of space and science.
They can visit any number of 20 different workshops that we have inside classrooms and outside.
Playing with robots kept many children engaged and made learning fun. The Beach City's robotics team demonstrated the latest and greatest in technology for students.
Our purpose of our team is to excite and interest students in science and technology so they can pursue careers in education in math, science, and engineering.
Children worked up a sweat trying to keep up with this robot. The event welcomes students in middle school and high school and aims to increase youth's interest in space science and related fields.
It teaches kids about things in a different way than studying.
The egg drop competition was a fun way to learn about gravity. Students also had the opportunity to speak to an astronaut from Japan's Aerospace Exploration Agency.
I myself got interested in space and science when I was a child, so it is my great pleasure to share my experiences with them.
Yamasaki says she enjoyed the question and answer session with students.
They gave me a lot of questions about space and space shuttle.
And it seems she left a lasting impression.
I think that's cool being an astronaut.
Space Day is dedicated to the memory of 7 Challenger astronauts, including Ellison Onizuka.
This is a little bit of a memorial to Ellison Onizuka, and just to spread his love of science to the students.
With so many students in attendance, the mission is being accomplished. For HCTV, I'm Alex Batres.
For more information on other student activities at El Camino College, you can contact the campus at 310-532-3670. The Islamic Center opened their doors to the community for their 4th annual health fair and blood drive. The center joined together with the UMA Clinic and Kaiser Permanente to offer the community free blood screenings and the opportunity to donate blood.
We want hopefully to help the community blood pressure especially, and cholesterol, and these kind of diseases.
I took a blood pressure test and it came out really good.
The community of Hawthorne is invited to attend all future events held at the Islamic Center. For more information, visit their website at www.ichla.org. When we return, young eagles soar over the Hawthorne Municipal Airport.
Dorcas, how's it going? Oh, it's a letter for Nick. Maybe she wants us to give it to her. Nick, read it, read it. Read it, 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 read it.
Hey, I think you dropped this.
I thought indoor tanning was safe. They said their tanning rays were less likely to cause a sunburn.
What you need to know is UV light from indoor tanning
Can cause premature aging.
and even worse. UV light can increase your risk of skin cancer.
Including melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer.
In fact, current estimates are that 1 in 5 Americans develop skin cancer.
And one person dies from melanoma about every hour.
I don't want to be one of them.
This message brought to you by the American Academy of Dermatology.
You're watching Hawthorne Community Television, Channel 22, quality programming for the city of Hawthorne.
Animal cruelty is illegal in all 50 states and considered a felony in 45, yet the problem still persists. In fact, pet neglect is on the rise. Please note some photos you will see in parts of this story may be disturbing. Christina Pascucci reports.
Cats and dogs provide humans with unconditional love, but when times get tough, man's best friend gets increasingly neglected. Brooklyn was a stray, lucky enough to be brought to SPCA. Unlike most shelters that put down more than 60% of their dogs and cats, SPCA does not euthanize their animals.
These animals deserve a home, I think they're more loving. They give you so much more.
As a pit bull, Brooklyn is the #1 breed in shelters to be put down. And the number of strays entering shelters is growing.
It's a combination of economic difficulty combined with the foreclosure problem, which causes people to lose their homes.
The increasing rates of home foreclosures in California are directly linked to the higher number of stray dogs and cats found on the streets. As people are either forced from their homes or simply need to cut costs wherever they can, it's their pets that suffer. Some homeowners who can no longer care for their pets believe their animals are better off loose on the streets.
Simply open the door and figure they're safer on the street, maybe somebody else will pick them up. And so they're getting hit by cars.
If the animal survives, it most likely ends up in a shelter, where it has a higher chance of being killed than adopted.
Hawthorne Animal Services Officer Coronel speaking. May I help you?
Animal Control Officer Helen Coronel sees case after case of pet neglect.
The dogs were kept on unsanitary conditions. There was fecal matter. There was no food or fresh water provided for the dog.
Whether a pet owner fails to provide their pet with basic needs like food and water or avoids a vet visit to save money, it's all pet neglect.
I have been in this business for a very long time, and every time I think I've seen the worst, it isn't true. There's always worse.
While there's no way to help pet owners with their economic situation, there are ways to decrease pet ownership costs. Websites like laanimalservices.com list free spay and neuter services and low-cost vaccinations. If a pet is still too costly, SPCA LA gives this advice.
If you have to turn your pet in, bring it into us or another SPCA or Humane Society, so at least the pet will be cared for and hopefully rehomed rather than leaving them on the street.